What song isn't a true story?
Ah, that's true. What song isn't a true story?
And up your story, that's a true story.
This has got a chorus you can sing along to if you feel so inclined. Probably a couple of things I should tell you about this. There isn't a lot of snow in Australia, but we do have one range of mountains. You know, I said that we were not creative. The mountains with the snow are called the Snowy Mountains. And there's a town up in the Snowy Mountains called Coban. So when I talk about Coban, it's a town up in the Snowy Mountains. The other one is Holden. Holden is the GM model made in Australia. It's like just one of GM's brands. It came out of the dashboard, barely 2 feet from her face, when the heating fan inside the vent began to oscillate. She could not believe her eyes, she thought the vent had come alive, as the probing leaks came blackly through the grate. And a spiky sheet of fear flew up her back. She fought to force her fingers to relax. But with one eye on the grate, she stabbed blindly at the brake, and the battered Holden skidded off the track. It squeezed past the plastic, fell forward with a plop. She screamed and watched it run back through the car. Like a herky-jerky doll, spring-loaded in a box, she catapulted through the door onto the tar. And the night air hit her body like a blow. It was very nearly 10 degrees below, that's 10 degrees centigrade. On the back road to Coban from the lights of Jindabyne, she'd been running with the coming of the snow. It's the chorus, and it's somewhere in the car, Lord, it's somewhere in the car. The cabin light's not working and the night is deathly dark. You know there's matches somewhere, but you don't know where they are. And the goddamn thing is somewhere in the car. She'd driven down from Sydney where it must have got on board. She knew it was a funnel web. She'd seen the things before, but they're really quite as large or as ugly or as fast as the thing that she'd seen running on the floor. So she flipped the driver's rear door open wide, but the light was gone, she couldn't see inside. Under the empty biscuit packets and discarded burger wrappers, there were far too many places it could hide. Here's the chorus. And it's somewhere in the car, Lord, it's somewhere in the car. The cabin light's not working and the night is deathly dark. You know there's matches somewhere, but you don't know where they are. Do you? And the bloody thing is somewhere in the car. So she walked round in front of the Holden as it lay there in the ditch like a wounded beast. She knew no one else was coming down the road from Coban that night, and she wondered what the hell she was going to do. Several feet of fallen tree had come in through the grill, and the one remaining headlight glimmered dimly in the chill. Then the first few flakes of white spun and danced along the light as the blizzard came in howling from the hills. And the horror of a situation dawned. She knew she would freeze unless she sheltered from the storm. With every nightmare that she'd known, she climbed back inside the Holden, driven by the desperation to be warm. Through the hours of the darkness, she stared into the blackness, every muscle in her body quivering in wild alarm. Every time she thought she heard it as it skidded through the papers, every time she thought she felt it on her arm. And the howling mountain blizzard wrapped its fingers round their prison, and the storm clouds blotted out the stars. Hell isn't hot at all, she thought. It's colder than the grave, and it runs on silent legs inside this car. Now the spider died at midnight, frozen by the alpine air, but as it fell down from the roof, there was a scream of wild despair. And the next day they found her there with a catatonic stare, and the funnel web still tangled in her hair. So they searched the woman's body for a bite. There was none, but she was dead, and icy white. And the coroner said probably a stress-related coronary. Because he didn't want to say she died of fright. And it's somewhere in the car, Lord, it's somewhere in the car. The cabin light's not working and the night is deathly dark. You know there's matches somewhere, but you don't know where they are. And the fucking thing is somewhere in the car. Now, there's a scientist on the Sunday social page who's just been married to a girl who's half his age. While back in his laboratory at Sydney University, there's a funnel web that's missing from its cage.
That's great.
Good
Did
stuff.
you write that?
No, I wish I had. A friend of mine.
Oh, that's really
I'm not sure what Australians do with negative
Dark.
stuff.
very dark song. I really didn't think it would
I
end
love
that
little
she died.
Twist
I
at the
really
knife.
she would die.
Twist at the knife in the end.